All right, welcome back to another episode of Stardom Bed'em Fantasy Football Podcast, where gambling meets fantasy. I'm your host, Brendan Shelly. I got my man, Dan Ambrose here. Dan, we just wrapped a fun game, actually, surprisingly fun. Bills-Dolphins, and it was a lot closer than I thought it'd be. What did you think from that?
Yeah, I mean, Dolphins came out, actually had some pride, it looked like. So I was wishing that team would have showed up last week against the Patriots when I actually bet on them. And then I wish last night I would have bet them for week 4. The lines are already out for week 4. I could have got them at -2. I'm sure that's going to be long gone now against the Jets. Big news this episode, though. I am going to probably do my first and probably my only prop bet of the season. So I'll share that later. Yeah.
That's wonderful. I'm excited. Folks, this is not rehearsed, by the way. We do this. This is literally, I'm excited. I have no idea what he's talking about. So this is going to be fun. Speaking of props, let's go over some of the bets we had tonight's game. Didn't go particularly well. We still came out on top only because of the amount of money that I wagered, the units on the Dalton Kincaid bet. Our bets tonight was Dalton Kincaid over 25 yards. We got a profit boost on there, so that was plus money. That hit in the second drive of the game. They were heavily targeting Kincaid. He actually dropped a touchdown, too. Pretty good play by the defender, but still should have brought that in. On Coleman, he was another bet we had there. Speaking of drops, that son of a bitch dropped like he had it was in his hands. My money was in his hands, and he just said, nah, going to leave that on the ground there. That's where it should stay. Keon Coleman, 3 catches. We needed him to get 3.5. He tried to get that half by dropping a ball, I think, and Coleman dropped it, and we lost. So 5 targets, 3 catches. Thanks a lot, Keon, you asshole. Next up, James Cook. 3 catches for 10 yards. Look great. We had him over 15.5 receiving yards. He only had 10. For my mathematicians out there, we didn't hit it. We lost. And then finally, you think we'd salvage everything by hitting our final bet in that game, which was Jalen Waddle over 60 yards plus 110. I mean, come on. This matchup, that's a lock. You figured the Dolphins would be playing behind. Tua is going to be getting sprinkling the ball out there to his receivers. He did that today. He just threw to Waddle behind the line of scrimmage one play for 2 yards for his touchdown. Then he started getting the ball a little bit more, but at one point, Waddle was 3 catches for like 5 yards. So,
yeah, I looked it was funny. Yeah. I looked at the stat line for him after he caught the touchdown, and it was 1 catch, 0 yards, 1 touchdown. I was like, oh, okay.
Yep. Actually, he was 1 catch for 3 yards and a touchdown. Then the next play that he was involved in was a negative 3-yard completion. So he was 2 catches, 0 yards, and a touchdown. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's about right.
Buddy of mine had him Waddle score a touchdown tonight. So
that's good. That's good. Nice hit there. Yeah, a lot of people are happy to see him hit the end zone because that's the only way he was productive tonight. He did end up with 5 catches, I think, and about 50 yards. So decent day. Touchdown, saved it, obviously.
Just the way that offense goes, like Tua throwing like under 200 yards to me is crazy. He threw for 146 tonight.
I know.
It feels like
it was weird.
Yeah.
He does not look good too. Yeah, I'm not impressed with his accuracy. That one play that he tried Tyreek downfield, he was way short. The defender and Tyreek were trying to size it up and come back to the ball.
That one, and then the one at the end where he threw it over his head and he was wide.
I missed the one at the end of the game because I was trying to get this thing fired up to get on with you. And I didn't get it. The other thing that I noticed, oh my God, you're going to edit that shit out.
No,
the other thing the other thing that I noticed that was a little alarming to me as a Waddle owner in multiple leagues is he was on the bench a lot. There was a lot of 2 wide receiver sets. What was happening in those situations, Waddle wasn't on the field, which isn't a big deal if it's a run play. I'm okay with that. But as the game progressed, 2 wide receiver sets, once again, it was Tyreek Hill and either Dwayne Eskridge or Malik Washington. And Malik Washington had a couple targets, a couple end-around runs. We saw that as well, but very weird game. And I don't know what's going on with Jalen Waddle, but something needs to happen there. They need to get him the ball more. I thought he was going to blow up this weekend, and he did not. Fun game at the same time. Actually, a lot than I thought.
Dolphins showed a little bit of life. Maybe they'll win a couple games.
Outside that, we had some major injuries. We're just going to buzz over them. We talked about them in our last episode. If you did listen to the last episode all the way, congratulations. The sound quality is trash. We're well aware of that. There was an issue with the microphone, so I do apologize. But
just turn it on.
Yeah. All right. It was on. It just the default went to my camera microphone for some reason, but that's another story. For this, though, wanted to go over kind of the big one of the weekend is we will be without Joe Burrow. And for the folks, I'm sure you know what we're talking about, he's going to be out 3 months. He's got turf toe, big extensive recovery ahead of him. And in the meantime, Jake Browning, who was very productive in 2023 as a fantasy relevant quarterback and as a prop king, I made a lot of money off Jake Browning back then. So watch those bets, man. I really would. I think the sportsbooks are more hesitant lately. You and I touched on this a few weeks ago. They're not putting up all the backups anymore. They used to have all the backups on their apps that you could bet on, even starting quarterbacks. Some of these games, they want to see how they do before they put their props up. And I hate that. They did that to me a few weekends ago. Remember, I was trying to bet Spencer Rattler and none of his bets were up when they were just announcing that Spencer Rattler was starting. I was going to go against him, so I would have lost money because he ended up playing better than I anticipated. But in the end, the books were keeping him off. And the same thing's happening this weekend. Very few bets for guys like Carson Wentz, very few bets for guys like Jake Browning, very few bets for backups in general. I'm just not impressed.
What are you looking for? I guess is like
anything. Well, give me some bets to bet on Jake Browning. What are you seeing on Jake Browning now?
Passing yards. I got Browning over 234.5, and then Carson Wentz over 201.5.
Okay, so that's great. Literally this afternoon, these bets were not up.
Nothing up there. It's possible.
Nothing was up, but they're up there now. I'll look at them. I'll probably make some. I'll probably post it on X. I do enjoy betting backups, especially guys like Carson Wentz that I know very, very well, being from Philadelphia. I know his tendencies. I know he's going to target the shit out of his tight end. That's what he does. So watch for TJ Hawkinson to have a pretty good game, a bounce back game, I would say. So we're going to hit TJ Hawkinson. I'm going 40 yards, over 40 yards at plus 121. I like that a lot. His season average is 13.5. He has not played well. He's had some infamous routes, as Dan's looking at right now. I just told him to look that up. Yes, it is comical.
Interesting. Interesting choices.
It's very, very bad by Hawkinson, but I think the talent is still there. He's still a leader in the locker room. And with Carson Wentz stepping in, look for him to target the tight end to get settled in. And Kevin O'Connell will script that up too. So he's a dangerous man with the ball in his hands. TJ Hawkinson over 40 yards is pretty much one of my best bets of the weekend. I feel very good about that bet. What about you? You got anything in this game specifically?
I took the Bengals. I actually like the Bengals here. I messed it up by not betting it sooner. I could have had it at 4.5, but I ended up taking it at 3, which is still good. I have the Bengals. I have this game should be a pick 'em, so I'm still happy with the 3 points.
No, I like it too. That's a fun game. I would bet the over too. I think it's at like 40.5 or 41. I would bet over on that. It's going to be a
42.5.
Yeah, I'd see it already went up. I think it opened at 40.5. So people are already attacking that over. I can see this game going 45, 46 points pretty easily. Just these quarterbacks, when they get in the system that they know for years, they start hitting their guys. And Jake Browning's one of those guys. He has all the talent when it comes to his receivers in the world. So all he needs to do is get the ball there. He might throw a few picks on the way, but he'll get the ball there.
The happiest guy in this game has to be Justin Jefferson, though.
Oh, God, yeah. He's got to be. And it's a testament to Dan. Dan's been pretty adamant about a few things. Justin Fields is not good. And the other one was...
it's not even not good. It's just like he just can't stay healthy. He can't stay on the field.
Oh, no, I never argued with you about that. Yeah, never argued with you about that. Yeah. And then the other one was J.J. McCarthy is trash. Is that a good summary of your
Yeah. I mean, thoughts? He's played 7 shitty quarters and 1 good quarter, right?
Just for the listeners, every time Dan and I talk about this offline, I try to cite something from college, and Dan loves to be like, oh, is that a game when he threw 10 passes? And I can't refute it. There are games in his career that he's literally thrown under 10 passes. And it's just like,
and I don't know how that wasn't a red flag. Like even Harbaugh didn't believe in the guy. I'm sure Harbaugh will say he does, but
he did during his whole draft tour and all that stuff. He was going around there.
Just
and
make
Harbaugh
sure you hand off the ball when you're playing for me, though.
We did bring up Justin Fields too. Fields is out, obviously. That's the other big injury. He's concussed. Your boy Tyrod Taylor's in there. What I think is going to happen is Mason Taylor, the guy that we picked to be in our top 12 tight ends, might actually become fantasy relevant. Justin Fields has not been targeting his tight ends. He's hit Jeremy Ruckert a few times, but Mason Taylor's on the field 90% of snaps, but the guy's non-existent. So Mason Taylor, I need to look at some prop bets. You see any prop bets on Mason Taylor?
21.5 is his yardage.
And what about catches? I like 2.5 catches.
His receptions are not posted yet. Yeah, not posted yet.
Sons of bitches.
They're waiting on that. It looks like.
I would think that's going to be 2.5, over 2.5 catches, receptions at -115 or something like that. And I'm going to go over in that. I think Mason Taylor is going to actually step up and have 4 or 5 catches this game. It's the first time we're going to hear his name. First time he's actually going to be fantasy relevant. I hope it sets the trend for the future. I don't know if it's going to be consistent, but I think this weekend, first the Bucks have let up a lot of tight end points. Just expect him to have a pretty good game. So, by the way, the Bucks game was awesome Monday night. We talked a lot about it on Tuesday, but what a fun game that was. Baker Mayfield, he's the man.
I don't know. People say that. I get it. Like, he's got a lot of fight in him, right? But he'll never get you to a Super Bowl. Like, I don't know. Like, he's not going to be that guy.
You know who is that guy? Is the next team. 2 guys got the
hold on. I got my,
is this your prop?
This is my prop.
Oh, shit. Let's go. Let's hear it.
We're going over 195.5 for Tyrod Taylor. They finally got a quarterback that can throw the ball in New York. And so we will ride with Tyrod.
All right, and I'm betting Mason Taylor. I'll bet Mason Taylor the 21.5 because that way I can follow you with Tyrod Taylor. All right, in a sense. All right, so I'm following it right now. I'm going to do this bet. It is placed, and we're leaning into a Super Bowl winning quarterback. It ends up there's 2 in this game. The Rams and Eagles. Matt Stafford, Jalen Hurts, former Super Bowl MVP.
Taylor thing just dropped 194.5. I literally looked 20 minutes ago. I'm going to put a bet. I'm going to put it in right now.
So on my apps, I'm on 3 of them right now. I don't see anything for my boy Mason Taylor. So I don't know
I saw it on
don't say the name. They don't get credit here.
That's true. No free
They haven't paid us any money. Just text me them. So I will look for that Mason Taylor. I'll back you on that bet. I like that a lot. So Mason Taylor over 21.5 yards. We're going to do that. And then we're in the Eagles game. Do you like any of these prop bets? I don't really like any of these in the Eagles game.
I don't know. I stayed away from this game. I didn't bet the Jets game either, actually. But I stayed away from the Rams Eagles game as well. I think it's going to be a good game. Like, if I had to pick a side, I think I would take the Eagles here just because they're probably at home. But I don't know. And in my head, and it shouldn't be like this, but I still think Stafford's back is hurt, and I don't know if that's true or not. I really don't. I just all offseason, all I heard was he's getting injections and things like that, and I can't imagine that if that's true that he was, then he can't be feeling well.
No, especially as the game and really the season progresses,
it's gonna get worse and worse,
be hurt
right?
More and more. Yep, right. Exactly. That's kind of how back injuries happen. And they sustain themselves. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's going to be a well-fought game. I think I have them both playing in the NFC Championship too. The Rams and Eagles, both very good football teams. The other game that I have, I got a few props sprinkled around is Raiders and Commanders. This game is loaded with guys that are making us money. So we got Zach Ertz in that game. He's raked in some money for us last week. We followed him. He didn't do so in the first week, but he's still heavily involved in that offense. He's a guy at this point, just bet anytime touchdown every game. It feels like I'm being sarcastic. Don't do that. But he tends to be the red zone man. So I'm going to look at his receptions. It's probably going to be about 4.5. We'll probably bet over again, depending on what it is. We'll sprinkle a little bit on that one.
I can see.
I'm thinking about being aggressive with Debo. I don't know. We haven't bet a Debo bet in 2 years, to be honest. So Debo Samuel, I'm curious what he has with the Commanders as well in that game.
So they don't have anything posted for the Commanders because they're not sure who's playing quarterback.
Yeah, that's a good call out too. Jane Daniels, his knees sore.
Mariota, someone said to me.
Yeah, it is Marcus Mariota. Correct.
Yeah,
it is Marcus Mariota.
I don't like anything in this game. I mean, I think the Chargers are going to be good, but I don't know. The Raiders just
the Commanders, right?
No, I'm saying last week when
I'm so sorry.
Raiders just don't look. The Raiders just don't look good.
No,
so like I stayed away from it. This game as well.
One of my friends in the industry, Doug Orth, you guys might have heard of him. He and I had a long conversation today, and one of the things he brought up was that he's ranking Genti as his 28th running back. He's just over it already. Genti is not. He's getting so much love pretty much because of the hype. I think he's 24th. I'm sorry, Doug, if you're listening, but Either way, Genty ranked pretty late in the game for Doug Orth. I respect Doug. I think a lot of people in the industry respect Doug's opinion too, but I think that's pretty aggressive this early. I like his style, though. He hasn't shown me anything.
Yeah,
I'm not impressed.
I don't
Their
disagree.
offensive line is so bad.
When I was watching the game the other night, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I don't know, he looks tiny, and I don't remember him looking that tiny in college. But again, it's a different world when you're not playing against small schools. And yeah, I'm just not impressed. I got absolutely owned on this Tyrod Taylor prop.
What happened?
I'm looking at some other. Steadily? I'm looking at some other ones. I mean, I don't have access to them, but to these other books. But someone's got 187.5 posted out there. So,
boy, oh boy, this is what we talked about, folks. When we say check the books before you make your wagers.
In my defense, I am restricted here, so I did check. But the one that is elsewhere in the country would have been much better.
Next one on the docket is the Texans and Jaguars. I'm not impressed with the Jags. I'm not impressed with the Texans at all. They do not look good, in my opinion. I think C.J. Stroud people figured him out. I mean, he had that monster rookie season. He did not play well last season from a statistical standpoint. And then this season, he has no time. And his receivers are not getting the separation they need to get.
So, I mean, I think it kind of started last year too. I know Stroud looked awesome when he was a rookie. I just think the league adjusts, right? They figure it out, figure out what you got to do. And if he doesn't adjust or he doesn't change his game up, then what you are seeing now is what's going to happen. I'm intrigued with this matchup, I guess. I'm kind of looking forward to the game because I think the Jags can actually win the division. Colts are playing much better than I thought they would too, but I don't think Trevor's the problem this year. I don't know if you've seen, but like Brian Thomas is.
Yeah, he's alligator arms, buddy.
It's very strange. Someone like put a highlight clip together of him, and it's weird like seeing it. And then he drops that ball at the end of the game, costing the game last week.
It did. And Liam Cohen was asked about it after the game, and he didn't seem happy. It wasn't one of those like, hey, that's speculation. He's like, yeah, we have to look at the tape. I don't have much to say about it right now, but we got to do everything we can to win games.
I didn't understand Lawrence shaking off the coach.
Oh, that was interesting. Cohen was telling him, you got to put that on the numbers. Because apparently there was one there.
And he just waves them off, right?
Yeah, he's like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Yeah, he should have caught it. He's an NFL wide receiver. You need to catch that ball.
I think I think I'm on Team Lawrence here then whenever it comes out.
I am 100% on Team Lawrence there. Yeah, you got what do you want from me, guy? You want me to run out and hand him the ball? Like, he's got guys running in his face. The only thing I would probably sprinkle in this game, I really like Bashal Tootin. And I'm excited to see how he's getting more and more integrated in the offense. I would look at receptions for him and bet that. I think over receptions on that might be a pretty good bet.
How many receptions do you think he's going to have?
I think probably 4 out of the backfield.
They don't want your action yet. They don't want your action yet.
I think he's going to be he's actually going to be the solid third down back, and he'll catch those balls. I'm excited to see what he can do. We did talk about the Colts briefly. I had the Colts winning the division. I don't know about that now. I'm not sold on Daniel Jones, but holy shit, he looks good. He's winning games. He's not playing dumb. I mean, it's interesting to see this new and improved Daniel Jones. I knew he's kind of like your Justin Fields, where he's fantasy relevant when he's on the field just because he can run, just because he has a big arm. So there's that percentage chance he's going to land one. Well, he's been landing them all. He looks really good.
Right.
I feel like an idiot because I knew he was going to start. I felt confident in that, but I did not think he'd perform well. So maybe some Daniel Jones prop bets are in the future for me. I don't know. Maybe. I'm in this game though, the Colts Titans. I'm still going to chase Calvin Ridley props. He's burned me twice, but the talent's there. He's the main man.
I'm looking at their schedule. They got a legit shot. I mean, they play Tennessee this week, right? So they should win. And then the Rams in LA the week after that. So that could be a loss, right? And then Vegas, Cardinals, back to LA to play Chargers. So that's probably a loss. But then Tennessee.
It could. Yep. Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to keep track now.
That's all right. But so, I mean, I think they could be easily. We get into week 8 and they've only lost 2 games.
Mm-hmm. I got them at 10-7.
Yeah, the end of the schedule, end of the year is a little bit tougher, but we'll see what happens. It's interesting, and I would say from what I've seen, they got to be the favorite just by what I've seen, right? Like the Jags still got a ways to go, but I was really hoping that they were going to be the ones that win the division this year.
Yeah,
I don't think Houston has a chance, but maybe they turn it around.
No, I don't think so too. I'm 100% with you on that. They're one of the most overrated teams coming into the league this year, in my opinion. Let's just go back to the Texans 1 second. The whole Joe Mixon thing. Everybody thought he was healthy. They pretty much pulled a Christian McCaffrey with Joe Mixon this year.
No, just
luckily if you were fantasy relevant, if you were doing your homework, you saw all the red flags. You stayed away from Joe Mixon. But there was a lot of people drafting him heavily because you didn't know how long he was going to be out. Now the guy might not even play this season.
Right.
So it's a very strange thing going on there in Houston. So I love D'Amico Ryans. I think he's a hell of a leader, but I think he obviously not an offensive minded coach. And I think he's not the right guy to get this ship right, in my opinion, unfortunately.
Right. Yep.
I'm rooting for him. Like I said, I love him. Let's go. So we talked a little about the Colts Titans. Are you have anything in play in that? I like Tyler Warren maybe too. Maybe we'll find some props there. How about Packers Browns?
I do not, but I can tell you that the Browns are the pick this week. Like
interesting.
I can't do it because I can't do it. I don't know. I at least haven't got to that point yet. That I'm going to do it, but that is the game where take the dog, and 8 points, not bad, not a bad number.
Dude, I really like Jordan Love.
I know.
I really like Jordan Love in that game.
That's why I can't do it. I think the Packers have been looked unreal.
Yeah, they have, but I think this week specifically, with Jayden Reed's out, that's a big update as well. Jayden Reed's going to be out for a little bit. He's got a shoulder and a knee problem. He's out, but you think guys like Matthew Golden's going to step up. He's not. Matthew Golden is not the guy. You know who will? Romeo Doubs. I would bet over. If there's a bet for 5.5 catches, I'm betting over on Romeo Doubs. So that's probably going to be plus 160 in my mind, plus 200 even. So if you can look at that Packer game, see what Romeo Doubs catches are. Let's figure out if we can make some money there.
He is at 3.5.
Perfect. That's a lock. I'm going with that one.
You going with under 3.5?
No, over Romeo Doubs over 3.5 catches. What's it at? Regular vig?
Minus 120.
Yeah, so minus 120, you're paying a little bit for it. So you got to bet $12 to make $10. Still worth the juice. I would probably even go up to 4.5 catches and be comfortable there. If you go up to 4.5 catches, you're probably finding that plus money places. So, yeah, I love that game. I like Jordan Love. I'm going to bet on Romeo Doubs over 3.5 catches. Follow me on that. I love that bet a lot. That's a very, very good bet. I don't know. David Njoku, maybe again. I remember we talked about this on Tuesday. That son of a bitch beat me by a half yard. So... If you want to bet David Njoku, I would go again to do that. He's once again not getting the attention he should be getting from the books, only because of the craziness of Harold Fandon Jr. Everybody's all about him. I'm curious to see where David Njoku's over yardage will be, so he can screw me on a half yard again.
34.5 at minus 110, and then I did found a Romeo over 3.5 at plus money.
Boom.
At a sportsbook who sells a lot of clothing.
Okay, I know who that is. I will make that wager on the apparel. Yes, that's perfect. Excellent. So we're going Romeo Doubs plus money over 3.5 catches. I love that.
Plus 105.
That's a great bet. We're going to look at David Njoku over 34.5 yards. We're going to stay away from Matthew Golden. Don't fall for it. Everybody's out. Wait a week, man. See if Matthew Golden actually comes alive. Maybe he's got something, but he hasn't shown us it yet. All right, so Falcons, Panthers. This is where I'm going to go here. I want you to look into Jatavian Sanders for the Carolina Panthers. See where his catches are. See what his yards are. We're betting him this week. He came alive last week. He had 8 catches, was targeted like crazy. Ted McMillan is still their target hog there. So if you can get some good wagers on McMillan, take them. They're not there, though, lately. The books have figured him out. They know how heavy Bryce Young's looking his way. So now we got to find other wide receivers that serves value. And I think Jatavian Sanders, the tight end there, is going to be that value.
You wanting yards or you wanting receptions?
Give me both. What do they got?
All right. So yardage, it's 25.5 at minus 115. You may be able to see 27.5 at minus 110. And then back to the clothing for the receptions, because One book has 2.5 at -155. Clothing line has the under at -140, so that's got to mean that the plus is like probably plus 110.
Good.
For the over.
That's great. At 3.5, okay, that's good. So we're getting plus money at over 3.5 catches for Jatavian Sanders. We're going to take that. It looked like that worked for them last week. They were getting the ball moving around, getting the tight ends involved. So I like his Falcons, Panthers. We're going Jatavian Sanders. Drake London's coming back. He's a little bit healthier this week. If you watched last week, he was not that great, only because of that shoulder injury. Steelers, Pats. Here's a lot going on here, man. What are you thinking here? What do you like?
I like the Steelers in this game.
Okay.
I don't know why. I mean, you give up 30 points back to back. That defense is not great right now, which is probably the biggest surprise to me with that team.
Yeah.
But I'm 100% on the Steelers -1.5.
Okay. I like it. My guys that I think can stand out in this game, I would probably bet your boy Drake May. I know you're not high on him. All right. So next up, we got the Steelers-Pats game. Usually a hard-fought game. A couple guys might stand out to me, but I want to know what you're thinking, Dan. What do you like here?
So I took a bet on this. I'd actually bet the Steelers -1.5 in this game. I don't know why. I do know why, because I don't bet with my eyes. I bet with numbers, right? And I'm a little worried because this defense has given up 30+ points in the last 2 games, and the defense is supposed to be the least of my worries with this team. So we'll see if they get it turned around. I don't think New England's good by any means either. So I'm not. It's not the worst bet in the world, I guess, either. It wouldn't be like betting the Browns at +4 or +8, I guess.
I agree with you, and I can see either way. Steelers, Pats. I like Drake May in this game. I think he has a pretty good game. I'm going to see what his props are and see if any of them make sense. I also want to kind of see Ramondre Stevenson. Everybody's Travion Henderson. One of which is one of my partners in our one league.
What do you want? What do you want? Like yardage?
Yeah, let's go through Drake May stuff. Let's hear. What do you got?
So Drake May, for yardage, he is at 220.5.
Okay. Versus Steelers, I don't have any. I'm indifferent on that.
I don't think
I'm not thrilled. Yeah, I think it's kind of trappy sounding.
Yeah, I guess I was curious about your the Stevenson thing.
Ramondre Stevenson.
You looking at rushing yards or what?
Yeah, over rushing yards. What do they have him at? About 45.5?
So I see some dual company with 40.5.
Okay.
And then I would bet over. I also do see a 45.5 out there as well.
I would bet over. That's what I would put him at, 45.5 from the book. But I think he ends up getting 60, 70 yards on the ground here. Is it total rushing and receiving totals? I would love to do that.
I don't
combined.
I don't see that.
That would be more ideal for Ramondre.
Combos.
Yes.
So Stevenson's combo is 55.5 at the clothing shop.
Yep.
And then,
excellent.
Yep. The other
I will do that tonight.
61.5. Yeah.
So like I said, I can see him getting 60 on the ground this game versus that Steelers defense. They've had a couple guys go off on him, and Ramondre Stevenson weirdly is their main back there. Vrabel is not. He's not giving it to Travion Henderson. And as exciting, as fun, and everybody loves Travion Henderson, he's not on the field. So I'm going to go with the guy that is, and that's Ramondre Stevenson. Another guy that I might bet against this game is Jaylen Warren. He has not played well. I think that this might be an actual good. What do they have his numbers at? Let's see if we can bet against it.
Which numbers are you looking for?
Give me his over. Give me his. Just give me yards. Let's go yards to start.
So rushing 55.5. 55.5.
Yeah, let's go under on that. I know the Pats defense hasn't been that great this season, but I think Jaylen Warren is not. Remember, they have Arthur Smith there. Arthur Smith loves to get random ass people the ball, and guys like Kenneth Gainwell are there. Caleb Johnson, luckily, had his horrible play last week where he's not going to be getting on the field too much after that. Probably he's punished, but I think Kenneth Gainwell fucks everything up for Jaylen Warren. So I'd bet against that. I really would. Any thoughts on that? I have metrics and stuff too. I can go through them, but I don't want to waste too much time on Jaylen Warren.
I got nothing going. So. Nothing.
You just look up Warren's metrics and basically his usage and his snap count and his target share when he's on the field. It's been decreasing every week for some reason. So we'll see what Arthur Smith's up to, but something's going on in his head. Saints Seahawks, another guy that's played much better than expectations. Spencer Rattler. What the hell? He's been praying. I mean, he's been viable as a fantasy quarterback. I picked him up in 2 leagues this week.
It's like watching Kyle Orton play when he played in Denver. He was the leading passer in the league because they were so terrible.
Right, but Kyle Orton couldn't run. Spencer Rattler can. So that's what's fun about him. So I might look at some props on Spencer Rattler. I know the other fantasy relevant guys for Saints, Juwan Johnson, Rashid Shaheed. We've been saying this since before the season. So I'll look at those and we might sprinkle something in there. Seahawks, meanwhile, I don't even know if I'm betting any of their people, dude. The only people that are relevant there are Jackson Smith and Jigba, and then maybe Kenneth
They're getting
Walker.
him the ball. I mean,
that's the only guy.
He's getting it.
Yeah, other than that, Kenneth Walker made us money last week. It was
73.5 is the number. I don't think
73.5 is for what? For Smith and Jigba?
Yeah.
That is a good number. It's a very good number. I will bet that. God damn it. Another in Jigba. He makes us money every week.
Yeah.
So we'll bet in Jigba.
That's all he's throwing to. Eventually.
That's all he's doing. I think Darnold has this weird fixation with him. He doesn't look at anybody else, especially Charbonnet out of the backfield. He gets 0 targets. Yeah. Running routes, they're not looking his way. So
waste of money. Go get Cooper Kupp. You're not going to use him.
Yeah, that's bizarre too. What a horrible one that was. That's very confusing to me. All right. And then we got a bunch more games. I know you wanted to talk about the Cowboys-Bears game. I got a couple guys to talk about.
They're going to score 1 billion points in that game. That's
like the Bears. Be awesome.
I bet the Bears.
Me too. Caleb Williams to the moon that game. And this is the boom or bust game that we've been waiting for. This is going to tell us whether or not Caleb Williams can hang in the NFL.
You think so?
I really
you
feel
think
that
this
way.
Is the game? I don't.
Dude,
I think this is the game where he's going to look good, and he's maybe not as good as he's going to look.
No. What if he doesn't look good?
Yeah. No,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If he can't look good in this game, that is a huge red flag for me. That's all I'm saying. Because this Cowboys defense has been super generous to some quarterbacks lately. So I don't think anything's going to change. If Russell Wilson can throw for 450 yards, Caleb Williams can go off with his weapons.
I'll go another route on this, though. So I don't think Caleb had anything to do with that loss last week. I mean, he didn't play that bad. I mean, the defense gave up 52 points.
Yeah.
So that the defense not helping.
No, it did not help.
I mean,
no, it did not help.
He threw for what? He was 19 for 30, so 63%, 2 touchdowns. He did have a pick, I guess, but I don't know. Like 339 yards total. I don't know. I don't. I think that the head coach there is very fortunate that he's a head coach.
Ben Johnson.
Yeah. I'm not buying it.
Okay.
I'm not buying it.
Okay.
I'll tell you, win a game and then I'll buy it. And you know why? And you know the other reasons? Because the Lions just put up 52 points on their ass too, right?
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I want to see. I need to see a lot from him. I don't know what it is. It just he hasn't had that game where I said, "God damn, this guy's good." And Trevor Lawrence has had those.
He has quarters.
He has a couple quarters and a couple throws where I stop
Trevor
and
Lawrence
go, "Wow."
is a great comparison because same thing. Like I want Trevor to be so good for many financial autograph merchandise reasons, but like another guy is just like you play so well for like a quarter and then it's you sky the ball 4 feet over the guy's head and there's nobody around him.
Yeah,
I don't blows my mind.
I'm betting against Pickens though in this game. I think I'm going to just hedge him, just because he had a pretty good game last season. I can see the books favoring him heavy this week.
Yeah,
where do they have Pickens at?
I think CeeDee Lamb might get 3,000 yards receiving. I don't.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, every time the guy is just so automatic.
Yeah,
except when he's not. I guess
drops.
The drop at the in the Eagles game.
Thank God for that drop.
Let's see. So we wanted for
Couple Cowboys
Pickens.
Bears bets we have here. First, let's go over Caleb Williams passing yards. They probably got him at
passing
65.5.
Caleb Williams passing yards over 65.5. I think it's
no,
higher than
265.5.
Oh, okay.
I said 265.5. Yes.
231.5.
Okay, I would bet over. I like that bet. I would bet over on that. Roma Dunze. Let's go Roma Dunze. Let's go yards. They're probably at 85.5.
Close. 60.5.
Whoa, it's way off. So I bet over on that. I like that. And
Pickens is at 55.5.
I'm betting under on that.
53.5, yeah.
I'm betting under on that. He's not getting. Look, I like Pickens as a talent. I don't think his head's in the right spot. The guy just continually makes mistakes. He looks like he's just not on the same page. He had a good game last game, and I think the books are going to. That 55 yards is generous. So I'm betting under on that. Another guy that's very similar to him that I'm betting against is Jameson Williams for the Lions. So the Lions-Ravens game, we can get into that now, too, if you're okay with this weird transition.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. I don't like Jameson Williams. So can you go to that Lions-Ravens game and just tell me what I can bet against Jameson Williams on? Because I have quite a breakdown as to why I'm going to bet against him.
Yardage is, let's call it 50. Let's call it 50.5.
50.5. Okay. Yep. So let's just go over it a little bit. I'm betting under on that. He is a stud when he gets the ball in his hands. He really is. But his targets per route run, it's at 14%. So it's well below top tier wide receivers. It basically tells me that he's on there, but nobody's throwing to him. Nobody is throwing to him. So he's going against the Ravens that will have Jair Alexander, and they have Awuzie in man coverage. And Williams is not good when he gets banged up in the line of scrimmage. Right. He can't get that separation after that.
Right. So what you're saying sounds correct because his over-under for receptions is 3.5. So like, essentially for him to get his over, he's got to go, I don't know, 10 yards every catch to get to 40.
Yeah.
So
well, he was big last week because he had a big one. I mean, that's his bread and butter. And Pickens is similar with that. Pickens has more talent to be the underneath man, but he can also break the top off of defense. So between the two of them, they're very similar in this sense, I think. And they're also both head cases. So we're betting against them. I don't care. I'm just going to bet against Pickens. Is going to be small, but I'm very confident Jameson Williams is getting way too much love because he had a good game. People are freaking out. They're losing their minds over Jameson Williams. He's not back. He never arrived. This guy has never arrived in the NFL. He's had some really fun moments, and he's a phenomenal receiver when he has the ball in his hands. Just he can't get the ball in his hands. So
might want to tone it down a bit. Might be a rough day for you next week if he goes off.
Oh, he will. I'm sure he's going to go off. That's just. I probably secretly have him on a fantasy team of mine, and that's why I'm doing this because I know if I publicly say he'll suck, he'll go off, and I'll do well in that league.
Yeah.
Yep.
For betting wise on this game, it's been interesting. Detroit's the play, but like it's one of the games again. I'm not gonna probably touch it.
Yeah. How can you bet against the Ravens right now? I mean, it's hard to do that.
I agree.
Zay Flowers, by the way, another one that has been phenomenal. What is his catches this season? What is his catches in this game? Over 4.5?
It is 5.5.
Yeah, that's respect. He's finally getting the respect he deserves. He wasn't getting
St.
it
Brown's
from me.
at 6.5.
Yeah. What's Mark Andrews at? We're betting under on that son of a bitch. Burned us.
Not even on the list.
It's unbelievable how bad he's
I was kind of kidding, but he is not on the list.
Yeah, in my Stardom Cinema article, I literally wrote Andrews is dead to me in both props and starts.
Likely's out too, right? Teams. He's not. Likely's hurt.
Likely, I think might be coming back this week. He was starting to practice. I don't think he's going to be cleared to play, but Andrews has just been trash, and it's obvious he can't get the separation he used to have. And Lamar is still looking his way, but he's dropping big passes in key moments in games. It's insane. I've never seen anything like it.
He's a head case from what happened in the playoffs last year.
Apparently. It's bizarre. Then we got other games here. Obviously, Broncos, Chargers. Everybody knows we love Herbert here. For the Broncos, I want to see what the hell's going on with the run game between R.J. Harvey and J.K. Dobbins. I don't know what's going on there. I guess it's just J.K. Dobbins' world, and R.J. Harvey's just trying to live in it. So
pretty much.
Nothing else to say about that.
The,
Martin Hampton is another guy. want to see him play well.
I like the Broncos in this game. And when that game goes to +3, I will take it.
A lot of love for Troy Franklin this weekend, the wide receiver for the Broncos.
Saw that.
People are going crazy over him. I'm still a Marvin Mims guy. I'm probably going to bet a Marvin Mims prop bet. He always makes me money.
I don't think Bo Nix is that good. I'll just say
you said that one. That's another one you keep hanging your hat on.
I mean, we're still too early to tell that, but I just don't think he's that good. And and not like he can't play for any other team, but you could probably put anybody there, right? Like that at this point, right? Like it's not going to matter. There's going to be better people probably in the draft and then free agency than Bo Nix. So good luck, Sean. Sean Payton drafts him saying that Bo Nix reminded him of Mahomes.
It's insane. Yeah, it's a bold move.
I mean, it's smart because you're trying to build your guy up.
Confidence in the kid. Yeah, exactly.
Now I remember him saying that, and I have to repeat it every time I talk about him.
Oh, speaking of drafts, Mr. Irrelevant's out. We got Mac Jones in there. All right, the guy that Shanahan apparently wanted to draft. Cardinals, Niners. What do you like in this game?
I would like Kyler Murray not to pose for pictures anymore. That would be great. So if you haven't seen that, maybe you go look it up and be like, wow.
I will have to Google this. I missed that.
Poor choice of poor decisions there. I'll send you the picture right now. We can get a little live.
I'll put it in here. Yep.
No, you don't need to put it on the screen. We'll do a live reaction here though.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah, this will be good. Well, that was early this morning. I saw that. So let me find this. I
did not see anything about this.
Really?
So I'm excited to see this. Yep. For that game, though, while we're talking about our boy Kyler Murray, I will want to look at a couple things. Oh, my God. That is a bizarre choice. I'm not even going to get into this. That's insane. That is insane.
He apologized. He did come out and apologize. Said he didn't really think about it, I think, and that's clear. And I don't think I really don't think that he.
No, it wasn't purposeful. He wouldn't have done that.
No,
it just.
But and still not good optics.
Yeah, not a good one. I'm posting that. This one I should do 100%. My bet in this game, I'm going to go the well that's fed us. Ricky Pearsall, Juwan Jennings is back. He looks healthy. Ricky Pearsall probably still is only about 3.5 catches, I'm guessing. What's his over-under in catches?
Let's see. So 49ers. This is another game I like the 49ers in, even with Mac Jones in.
Me too. Mac Jones knows the offense. He's been playing well with Shanahan. Shanahan's thrilled to have Mac Jones behind there. Obviously, it's Purdy's job, but to have a good backup like Jones, I know Shanahan's very grateful.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to lose a little faith in Purdy, to be honest with you. So you want who?
Ricky
Jennings?
Pearsall, receptions.
They don't want any of your action right now.
Damn it.
Yeah. Is he questionable, or they just don't have him up there?
They probably don't have him up, probably because of Mac Jones. I'm telling you, these backups.
But they have some up there. They have Jennings. They got McCaffrey.
And then we're on to the Chiefs-Giants, the offensive juggernauts. It looks like Patrick Mahomes is finally coming out of a little bit of resurgence with Fantasy World. But Russell Wilson, we talked about him on our show last week, so we're not going to get into too much. Not last week, but earlier this week.
Was he number one QB last week?
Oh, yeah.
Goff.
Yeah, 450. Oh, shit. Goff had 5 touchdowns.
He didn't throw for a lot of yards, though.
No, but that was insane, man. That was absolutely insane. I don't even know how to begin to break down Russell Wilson's.
I'll break it down for you. I took the Chiefs -6 this week because that's not happening again.
Oh, I agree with that. One of the things I do want to see is Cam Scatterbo. He's finally getting integrated in that offense. The person that's getting weaned out is Tyrone Tracy. They've kind of done a role reversal there. We talked a lot about Dabble making that move to get Dart on the field sooner. Sure looks like he got on the field.
Did you see that?
Yeah, he did.
Got on
in and out. That was weird. I don't know what that
strange
game plan was. It was very strange. I think he's trying to be cute, like last year when they would bring in. They've done this a lot of times. They've had people like Tebow come in. Those Wildcat quarterbacks.
Why can't Jameis get in on the fun then?
He's not running. He's not going anywhere. He's a mess. Bring him in for one play, he'll throw a touchdown like in the preseason. I love James. Right. He's a mess. Okay.
What do you want for Scadaboo?
Yeah, just give me total yards. You have receptions and receiving and rushing if you have that.
Let's see. There's
Combined
combos.
Yards.
Yeah,
Probably
51 and a half.
51 and a half. That's a lot.
So you'll be,
I still will bet over. I can see him getting 90 yards total this week. I really
They
can.
have a more Tracy for rushing and
sure.
All that stuff. Yep,
because that's what I was saying. Dabble's made the switch. At least if it's consistent with last week. The usage, the snap counts have literally went from Tyron Tracy world to Cam Scadaboo. Scadaboo's over 50% now. He's had more third down opportunities last game. I wish
him the best because I look at him a little bit like Genty. Like they just used and abused him in college, and I don't know how many more miles he's got on him. To be honest,
that's a great way to call
it. I mean, I would say it's probably even worse for him than it was for Genty because he's playing against Power 4 conference schools, right? Arizona State.
Right.
Like Genty was running around, I don't know, Nevada. Like who's that?
UNR, baby.
Yeah.
They're good for. I love UNR. They made me money. You've lost money on them, but I love them. Yeah. Always bet the under, guys. You have UNR games. You want to know what to do? Bet the under. They are the slowest team in all of college football. I'm telling you. So
Purdy's brother's there now.
Who's that?
Purdy's brother is there now.
Oh, there you go. Hoping to get drafted a little bit higher.
Doubtful.
So that's kind of it. I mean, that's the rundown of the games. I'll be posting our bets up on Twitter. Rough night tonight in terms of 1 for 3, but we did win because that was our highest bet won. So if that makes sense, we'll put up the wins and losses.
As long as you win, come out ahead. That's all that matters.
Exactly. So we'll put up the bets on our X's. I'm B Shells 13, and then Dan's D Ambrose 04. So please make sure to follow us, watch the videos, enjoy them, comment. We get a little bit of a following, I think, Dan. I'm seeing more comments on these videos, some That's random good. People finding out about us. We appreciate you if you're listening, if you're one of those people. And we'll do our best to always comment back. So if we missed it, comment again. Say, so much for you commenting back. And we will. If you're interested in sponsoring this podcast that's picking up some traction, now's the time, guys. Now's the time. So we'll try to squeeze you in. It's a very busy schedule, but just send us your information. Our emails are at the end of this. So kick us just kick us money. We'll make you in there. Don't worry.
I mean, even if you don't want to do that, just send us some merchandise. That's fine too.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you have a product that could help us, we will talk about your product if it's legit. That's it. That's what I got. All right, everybody. Happy wagering and have a good weekend. Thanks for listening.
But you're so suspicious.